Alright guys, it's been about almost a year since I posted a video, 3 days away from April 20th. So I just wanted to give you guys an update on my garden, show you guys what I got going on here. So, let's see, let's start with the pepper tree. I brought the pepper tree in this winter, and it brought a whole bunch of aphids with it. And I tried way too many different types of pesticides on the poor thing, and nothing seemed to work. But yeah, the best thing that seemed to work was the soap, bacterial soap, or insecticidal soap. And then I also did try mixing this in a tablespoon with my nutrient solution, and I gave it to all the cactus at one point to try and deal with the thrips, but that didn't help. So I pretty much have stopped using any of the pesticides at the moment, and I went to the store the other day and they were kind enough to give me some ladybugs. So I've got a bunch of ladybugs crawling all over the place. And yeah, what's really interesting about the ladybugs, and what I kind of just realized, is in order for the ladybugs to be as effective as possible, you want ladybug larvae, because they're way hungrier. The adult ladybugs, their lives are pretty much over. They spent all winter asleep. They're gonna wake up, they're gonna eat really quickly, they're gonna reproduce, and they're gonna make babies, and they're gonna move on, right? But yeah, basically, you want aphids, okay? So it's almost a good thing, it's almost a blessing that I brought aphids in, because if you have aphids, so I had some aphids on my pepper tree, which fed the ladybugs, right? So there was so many aphids on there that it gave ladybugs plenty of food for a long time, right? Now it looks like they're munching up the thrips too, and I honestly haven't seen a thrip in here in a long time now. All I see are ladybugs, but I don't see any aphids, so the ladybugs really worked. Whether or not it even got to the larvae stage or not, or if these ladybugs are just really hungry from being asleep for so long. But yeah, you want aphids so that the ladybugs will eat the aphids, they'll get a lot of energy, they'll reproduce with that energy, and then their larvae will eat the thrips. So thrips are these really tiny worm-like bugs that are very common on decorative cactus and other succulents and houseplants like that, right? Especially this, what was that? What are those called? There's always thrips growing in there. Always. And I'm not sure if there is right now. I can't see any just with the naked eye, but it's really tough to see them because you have to look really close. What is that? What cactus is that? Oh, I can't remember off the top of my head right now. I got it written down in my notes, so it's not that big of a deal. It's an interesting cactus. It just never flowers. It just always falls over and keeps cloning itself in the dirt. This pepper tree I've had for years now, and it's growing back thick again. And there's already flowers and there's already fruit. I should probably pick those off so that it just focuses on growing. And I might do that later. Let's see, I was at the grocery store and they had these interesting cactus right there. And I also picked up this one in the back here. I guess you guys haven't seen this one. My mother gave me this one for Christmas. I believe it's a mammillaria. That's what they're called, mammillaria, because it looks like a mammal's tit. And I'm pretty sure that those ones are a different species of mammillaria as well. So what I'm gonna do, I've got one more pot left. I'm gonna put that one in the center of the pot, and I'm gonna put those ones around it, kind of decorating it, the sides, right? And then I've got this one in a big pot. It's kind of like a mother plant that I've got. It shoots off clones. It's only shoot off one clone versus this mother, which has 2 clones. Right? Look at that. That's amazing, isn't it? But yeah, I'm gonna mix these ones. I'm gonna put these ones, not mix them really, but I'm just gonna put them in the same pot. So these ones, these 3 are gonna go around there, and I'm gonna put those 3 in a bigger pot with this one, similar to that. Alright? So I've got a pot here that I used in the past, but it didn't work. And you see it's kind of like stained and stuff. It's because I'll show you the one last hole that I haven't cut out yet. See that? See the hole is like too high. So when I went to water my plants, I'd have to water it to the hole, right? And then the water would just sit beneath the hole in the tray and just like, you know, the worst types of things imaginable. So there's your better view of it, guys. That's kind of your end result. I've just squished it together, right? I squished the pot together. I just cut it right there. And now the bucket goes all the way to the bottom, so it should absorb all the water, and then the water will sit in the pot. Okay, so the next thing you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to take these cactus out of this tiny little pots that they came in from the store, and give these fancy ceramic things away, or to your mom for Mother's Day or something. You know, fill them with candles and perfumes or whatever the heck mom's like, you know, or different flowers, you know. So yeah, you're gonna want to take the cactus out of the pots that they're in, the little tiny baby pots, and separate them out, because right now they're in the pots together and their roots are all tangled together. And that's fine, but I want this one to be like way over here and the big mammillaria in the middle, right? So this one's spines are a little bit softer. This one spines are very sharp. So be very careful with any like cactus that grow longer. Their spines tend to be quite a bit sharper, and then even these ones, like right now when they're babies, they're soft. When it gets older and bigger, like the other mammillaria in the garden, their spines will get sharper too. Okay, so I'll show you guys what I end up having to do. I have these thick ski mittens, so you're gonna want to find gloves. You know, probably have to get gardening gloves for this in the future. But the gloves have like gloves have like an outer layer that's like rubber, so it's not fabric. There's a better view of it. You guys want gloves that are thick like that. And yeah, preferably don't use your knife. So yeah, I'm gonna rinse the roots nice and gently until I've gotten enough of the dirt rinsed off so that I can gently separate all 3 cactus parts. Okay, so I'll do that next. Alright, so I separated them all out now. Let's see. One thing that I'd like to show you guys with these ones that I got, they do have some rot at the bottom of them. So what I'm gonna do, this one's alright, and this one has some on the back here. It's also alright. This one's looking the weakest. You guys can see that at the bottom there. Little bit soft. Fortunately though, they all do have pretty solid root structures. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and leave those wounded areas exposed to try and dry them out and see if that helps them out. These ones don't seem to have any, but they were planted pretty deep, and I'm not going to plant them any deeper than they were planted to prevent any rot. Because yeah, basically any organic matter that gets onto any exposed cactus flesh will start a rot. Alright guys, so I'm going to wrap this video up really quickly, show you guys the end result. What the malaria looks like. And that's what the Colomar cactus looks like. Right? I know it's not the greatest for you guys, but it is what it is. Yeah, they're in there as shallow as possible and they're pointed straight up towards the light. And that one is in fresh soil. So it's more likely to rot because it's more humid and more wet still, because it's still super fresh. That one's very dry soil. Either way, I'm going to water them both from the bottom of the tray to prevent rot. So I'm not going to spray the cactus or anything like that. Especially this mammillaria, it hates being sprayed. I've been spraying in here a little bit to give the ladybugs some water, right? And my coffee tree is looking awful. It's tough. Any tips on a coffee tree, how to grow it and stuff? I didn't give it enough light, I think. So yeah, if you guys watched this video, thanks a lot. Really appreciate it. Hopefully it helps. Maybe you guys learned something. If you guys have any tips and suggestions for me, just post it in the comments. I'm always looking forward to learning new stuff. Alright, thanks guys, bye.